movement is always encouraged too, even if you're seated.
I see trees of green, meadows of steel. I see the moon, holding on you, and I think to myself, I see skies of blue, light of light, fluorescent days, and four sacred nights, and I think to the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, out in the blue, hearing me say, I love you. I see babies cry, I watch them grow, feeling much more than I'll never know, and I think to myself.
You sound lovely. I need a little more out there, though. I need a little more.
So wonderful. So the colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, out in the blue, hearing me say, I love you. I see babies cry, I watch them grow, feeling much more than I'll never know, and I think to myself.
All right, so I, like many people, have been locked in my room for a while, clearly, in making this show. But thank you for singing along. That was good. We're getting warm. We're still getting warmed up. This is good. So this is like a homecoming show of a little tour that I've been doing, and I had a chance to open for some of my musical heroes in the PNW in Seattle and Portland. And I sort of started planning this once that sort of got aligned and lined up some other gigs around it. But it's sort of a celebration of this release that I've done for an album of mine that was like 3 years in the making. And it's an album called Adulting. And it's about all the stuff you have to do when you get out of college to be an adult, like taxes and doing your dishes and many, many things that we are going to touch on tonight on this journey that is the Plexusplay show. So we're going to do the album intro and then the first song off the album. Once again, the album is called Adulting. We're going to do the intro, and then we're going to go into this song called Too Much Input, which is about how smartphones suck and are ruining our lives. So we'll do that, and then we'll go into Too Much Input. And I'm glad this is it's technically an all-ages venue, but I don't think I saw anyone below the age of 15 or 16 in here, so that's It's good. There might be a little bit explicit language in this song just as a foreword, but I'm glad you all are here. So here we go. Starting the adulting experience.
It's time to get up and start your day right with your routine. It's always best to eat healthy, hydrate, need caffeine. Focus your mind on your breathing slow and see into your flow. Find that space where you can let go. Quiet, tranquil, follow. But as you open your eyes, your mind begins to seek all of the interesting updates, like, share, post, retweet. Suppress the drug of distractions or you'll trigger the trapdoor. Get rid of all the fake news. It's too tempting, can't refuse. Open my phone and there's too much input. Concentration, too much input. Left station, too much input. Overflowing, too much input. Endless knowing, too much input. Mind exploding, too much input. Time keeps going, sucked into the content vortex. Screwing your prefrontal cortex, saturated with big data. Human minds becoming betas. Machine learning overturning horizon. It is disconcerting what the future holds. Is changing round the clock. It's constant racing, frantic searching, overworking, breaking your step. Into the nostrils, unplug from stimulation. Port turn into reality and find your inner force. This daily cycle repeats, and if you're conscious of its wrath, steady progress is the best path. Slowly flush out binging crap, but I still want that sweet dopamine rush through my bloodstream. Video for cats, eat ice cream, dead inside, but cute and fluffy. Likes and love make real life fuzzy. Sponsored ads and excess hashtags, memes and gems. Capricious bad sword inside an endless network, stealing your mind for its network. Synergy has lots of beauty, saving time and getting booty. But all the figures are abusing so much power over helpless humans. Analytics algorithms should bring you to a schism. Cloud computing spires, nothing but to get spring. Who knows? Too much input, overloading, stolen by the corporate probing. Too much input keeps imposing. Cut the cord, erase the coding. Too much input, still exposing. Pulled out from all your bandwidth floating. Need my fix of screen time, choking sports, highlights and memo mornings. Emojis won't stop corroding. No real online joking. Limits to our brains encoding, 'cause minds need time and space reloading. Strategy and knowledge. It's time to turn on that airplane mode that ripped your mind from all the info shoved down your retinas. While online, you gotta stay optimistic and refuse to be perturbed. I'm sure there's different
All right, a song about phones sucking. Let's continue the adulting journey. This is a song about the diet, also very important. You know, after eating ramen for 4 years straight, you usually have to upgrade a little bit after school. So this is a song about your diet.
You are what you eat. Hungry habits on daily repeat. What do I choose or refuse? No magic diet stops my primal famished defiance. You are what you eat, so I need a balance if I'm gonna be complete. You are what you eat. Cheese puff, pizza bites, and taco meat. Passing straight through putrid food. Battle of my bulge. Facing off with life's need to indulge. You are what you eat, so I need a balance if I'm gonna be completely crappy. I can't eat more healthy, cause when the balance is gone, bodies know what is wrong. Instead of take for one, go for a grocery. Veggies, plant-based diets, ginger, soy sauce, garlic. Fruit is so tasty, it's nature's real candy. You are what you eat. Hungry habits on daily repeat. What do I choose or refuse? No magic diet stops my primal famished defiance. You are what you eat, so I need a balance if I'm gonna be complete. Feeling crappy, I can't eat more healthy, cause when the balance is gone, bodies know what is wrong. Instead of take for one, go for a grocery. Veggies, plant-based diets, ginger, soy sauce, garlic. Fruit is so tasty, it's nature's real candy. When you sit down, you're ready for some snacks and treats. There's a tempting point between the savory and the sweet. Powerful cravings, grow while your stomach's rumbling. Feel it, but just remember we make mistakes. Balance is what it takes.
All right, diet. Speaking of food, thank you to all who purchased the meal portion of the evening. How was the food? Was the food good? Excellent. Glad to hear it. Leonard was telling me it is amazing, and I didn't have time to eat because I was busy thumbtacking this to the ceiling, but, I'll eat afterwards, I guess. Sweet. All right. Raise your hand if you own a dishwasher. Okay, that's a pretty large percentage. Most of the crowds that show up at this usually don't own dishwashers. But we got about 50% of people. This is good. know that you are privileged in the audience. If you own a dishwasher, you are very privileged. This next song goes out to all of us that do not have a dishwasher, but it is still relatable if you have a dishwasher. Yeah. Is it cool if I sing for you guys a little bit? How does that? Yeah? Okay, cool. We're gonna, I might do a little bit of that tonight. Not too much. Dear God, that would be horrible if I did too much. Yeah, so this is a song that goes out to all of us without dishwashers. Here we go. It's a song about a very important item that you need when you don't have a dishwasher. Essential, you could say. What do you do with the old sponge? New sponge, baby, new sponge. An essential component of the adulting experience, one could say. Okay, we're going to move on to, we're going to deviate a little bit from the adulting world, and we'll come back. This is a song that I wrote a long time ago, actually. I wrote it in like maybe 2015, so like 6 years ago, maybe 2014 even. I think it was 2015, but it's a song about nature. Do we have any nature lovers in the audience, maybe? Yeah. Wow, a lot of you don't get out. Come on, guys. I mean, I get it's a pandemic and such, but isn't that like an excuse to get outside more? But anyways, this is a song about nature, and it'll feature just some photos that I took in spots that I like, and maybe you've been there. We can talk about the times that we've had there after the show. I always take recommendations on where to go next. I like trail running. I like all the outdoors. Backpacking, you name it. I know some backpackers are here tonight. Some students I have of mine are avid backpackers. So, this is a song called Altitude. Also, free sticker to anyone that can name after the song the sample that is used in this song. Here we go. You'll know what I'm talking about, probably.
Good Lord, what on earth is this? Good Lord, what on earth is this?
I was actually finishing those clapping visuals like 2 nights ago, and I totally forgot to give you guys a heads up to participate, but you guys got the message. Give yourself a round of applause. Oh yeah. Okay. What's that? Oh, it is not Spaceballs. That's close. Free sample for whoever. It's actually not a musical sample. It was more referring to the language that was happening before everything went crazy. What was it? No. No. It's actually just whoever was speaking the cues with the lyrical cues. But if we don't know, that's okay. I'll come back. We can talk after the show. Free sticker for anyone who gets it. Nature related. Okay. I'll take more answers later. But for now, thus far, this show has been very lighthearted, I guess. Very sort of playful and fun. But I'd like to change it up just a little bit before we continue with the show. Well, I guess it's still part of the show. But with the visual thing, I guess. I wanted to do a song just on I hit up Leonard and I was like, hey, don't you have a piano at the venue? And he was like, yeah, I do have a piano. You're welcome to play it. So I'd like to just play something real quick on the piano. And before I play, I guess I'll just share a little story about why I chose to do this in the middle of this very joyous comedic thing. But sometimes, you're very invested in any relationship, be it a friendship or a romantic relationship or a family member, and there's a lot of trust being built, and that trust can get violated pretty quickly and suddenly, sometimes without you realizing or even seeing it coming. And I guess I recently had an experience like that and really didn't feel good, and so I wanted to just sort of see if you have been through a similar thing in the pandemic, especially. It's been a very trying time for a lot of relationships. Many people say it's a relationship accelerator, be that whatever kind of relationship. But I think it's been a time of extremes, I think, in relationships in the pandemic. And I'm sure you've made many new friends in this time too, especially with things reopening. It's very exciting, but maybe you've lost some, and maybe you've had some more difficult moments. So I just wanted to have maybe everyone close their eyes for this song and just bring to mind a time when that's not been great, because we're going to have plenty of laughs still in the show to sort of get rid of that emotion once it's there. But I wanted to just take a second to be in that space and appreciate it. So this is a song called Lament. Backpacking light for the win right here. Okay. All right. Eyes closed. My eyes would be closed, but I have to play the piano, so that's my job. kitchen, dude. Spice is the variety of life, not variety is the spice of life. You know. Yeah. All right. Cool. I can still see my face. That's great. All right. It's very easy for me to go back to comedic things. That's fun. Okay. So that was Lament. This is a song that many of you will know. It is a movie theme. Fun. So let's get started with this.
Don't call me Junior.
I ought to kill you right now.
I came here to save you.
This never, ever works this way.
Okay, we're diving back into the adulting world. It's time. It's time for a different adulting themed tune. Here we go. I don't care if you have a dishwasher or not, you definitely do this next song. All right. We got any athletes in the house tonight? Athletes? Oh, yeah. One athlete? Come on now. Raise your hand higher. Yeah, okay. Okay. Raise your former. Okay, former. I'll take former. Former, that's cool. How about if you consider yourself athletic? Raise your hand. Good. Excellent. All right. This song is for all you athletes out there. And you will hopefully know this one. It occurs every 4 years. And it's a fun little... I'm actually, in terms of the amount of time I've spent locked in my room making videos, this one I was pretty happy when it came out this summer. I stood back and I was like, wow, that was pretty good. I've been doing this a long time, and or not a long time really, maybe 3 years. But I was pretty stoked when this one sort of came out the oven, the rendering engine of my computer. Cool. You'll figure it out what it is pretty quickly, I think. All right, here we go. meeting someone that's really cool, and you're like, oh my gosh, I just want to be around that person more. They're awesome. It's a song about that feeling, like having a new person that you really want to get to know better and to learn and grow from. So this is a song called Goal Friend. It's about having a friend that is a goal of yours to befriend even further. So makes sense, right? Makes sense. No play on words at all there. No, nothing. All right, here we go. Goal Friend.
I want to be your friend, be with you till the end. I believe you're a gem. I want to be with you till the end. I believe you're a gem. I want to be your friend, go friend, go friend. I want to be your friend, be with you till the end. I believe you're a gem. I want to be with you till the end. I believe you're a gem. I want to be your friend. You are my girlfriend, 'cause you're a gem, and I want our trust to grow robust. Truly listen, know their thing, give and be forgiven. It's not shameful, be vulnerable, love others. You are my girlfriend, 'cause you're a gem, and I want our trust to grow robust. Curate my hopes with that and chosen together silent. Cover me how you're feeling. You are my girlfriend, 'cause you're a gem, and I want our trust to grow robust. I want to be your friend, be with you till the end. I believe you're a gem. I want to be with you till the end. I believe you're a gem. I want to be your friend, go friend, go friend. I want to be your friend, be with you till the end. I believe you're a gem. I want to be with you till the end. I believe you're a gem. I want to be your friend, go friend, go friend.
Okie dokie. We're doing pretty good on time. All right. So I talked briefly about the pandemic before, but I don't think I really maybe gave it enough credit. It has been an extremely difficult time for many of us in this room. Some more so than others, but I think everyone has obviously been impacted by this, and it's been really difficult. I was saying earlier that it's like a relationship accelerator, but I think one other thing that I keep coming back to, which I heard from a very sort of wise friend of mine, they said it's been a really hard time, but I think in many regards, to try and put a spin on it, it's been like one of the most productive times for a lot of people. You know, getting out of something that was toxic, getting into something and experiencing something that was really great. People having a lot of time to, you know, be at home, curate those relationships at home, or really pursue something new at home. I started learning motion graphics in the pandemic, so like this whole set has come together as a result of the pandemic, which has been cool. I'm like grateful for that time. Of course, it was very, very isolating at many times, but I was in the middle of the pandemic when I realized, like, man, I gotta write some music about this, and everyone's writing about, like, I'm sad, I'm alone, and I was like, I don't want to write a song like that. Like, everyone's, you know, making things like that, and I was like, well, I want to do something different. And I was talking to a friend of mine, and they said, you know what you should do? You should write a song from the perspective of the coronavirus. And I was like, what? that is like so potentially offensive, horrific, and like such a. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna figure out a way to do it, and this is what happened as a result. So brace yourselves. I posted this song in July, like 6 months into the pandemic, and I had a few people, message me saying this is not appropriate. But the overwhelming majority, and I guess we live in a democracy here in this nation, was positive. So I took it as, okay, cool, this was good. But the message of this song, you know, as lighthearted and comedic as it can be at times, it's really about looking out for one another and loving and caring for the people around you most immediately that you were stuck with for over a year. So and still kind of are stuck with, frankly. It's about looking out for each other and loving one another, 'cause that's the only way we're gonna frickin' get through this, right? And with masks. So cool. Thank you all for being here again. This is a song called Corona Care. Every 2 to 14 days, I'm in a new host, in a new country, excited for finding friends. But turns out nobody wants me. I've been to China and Europe and the USA, and now no one books flights overseas. Everyone's washing their hands and staying at home, but your home is not where I wanna be. When Corona care is gripping the world, quarantine my curiosity. Social distance disciplines your mind and your habits, except for food and drug necessities. Wash your hands. Planned a trip for summer break with some vitamin D and your family, but now I'm in St. Cubans, 'cause you stayed informed with the CDC. While all my fellow infectors when the humans are dead, never taking health threats seriously. My panic by pandemic brings the most surreal thing, genuine displays of world unity. When Corona care is sweeping the streets, people clapping on the balcony. Your priority was trampling my dreams. We're forced to sing our own food separately. Wash your hands. Either it's Corona and I'm confused while you're filling your cups full of TP. Because butt run shouldn't hit you with me inside. It's my fever and cough that are deadly. Flights cost almost nothing and gas is cheap. Don't you want to see the world and explore? The economy is crashing, there's work to be done. All the screen time has been poured. I want to find them, rebel Republicans, manifesting their disease destiny. The more dummies I infect with their quarantine qualms, help me spread my virus more quickly. When Corona care, when Corona care, when Corona care, when Corona care is starting to work, cutting short my cheeky pandemic gaze. As the COVID curves start to turn their backs on me, I start to feel the crushing sadness when Corona care is taking me down, bringing viral betrayal to its knees. 'Cause with love and care for each other we see, you will survive as the dominant Corona Care. Okay, nice. We're gonna do a little trifecta. We're gonna go back to the adulting experience, and we're gonna do a little trifecta of songs. It is about the cyclical nature of the day-to-day of adult life. So, show of hands. Always do show of hands. I don't know why it is. Maybe make some noise if you've ever had a job that you don't like. And make some noise if you've come home to someone that has made that better at the end of the day. Man, we got some lonely people out there. Come on, y'all. Get on those apps. Get on those apps, you know. No, I'm just kidding. There's an app for that, you know. That's what they say nowadays. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to do a song about the daily grind of working for the man or woman, they, them, ze, za, whoever, working for someone that you don't enjoy. And then we're going to do a song about coming home to the one you love or someone that makes it better if you don't have someone that's someone special. Coming home to your own little whatever routine that makes you feel better. And then we're going to do a song about waking up the next day and realizing that your life is not what you need it to be or what you want it to be. And we're going to do a song about making that executive decision to change that. And that is the 3 songs that we're going to do right now. The first song is called Corporate Cortisol. Does anyone know what cortisol is? Raise your hand if you know what cortisol is. All right. We got a few full nerds in the audience. That's good. And then, so it's a cyclical hormone, highest at the 30 minutes after you wake in the day. And it's responsible for getting you going and moving. And then by the end of the day, when you feel totally gassed, that is when your cortisol is low. So, corporate cortisol. And then we're going to do a song called Oxytocins, named aptly. And then the last song is called Leap, about taking a leap. So, this is back to back to back. Corporate cortisol, Oxytocins, and Leap. Here we go.
Shit, I'm so late for my day job. No time to think, I gotta get a go. Sit in my gray box, think about all the pointless messages to my box. Or to the staring at a changing clock. Large meetings waste everyone's time. I say, well, other people put my cards in your mind. There's no benefits to using all the autonomy over your calendar. Crunching someone else's crude numbers. Complicated talk about the corporate cortisol. It's finally lunch break, my favorite part of the day. And taking the same laptop for where meal that time with the holy headphones and people I don't care about. Sure, you maybe 30 minutes is about even time to thinking to get you out of bed. Cortisol drops the jiggles by the dead. It's time to spit and spit whatever damage people making use of it to overtime and like a leadership.
over, babe, and we can lie so tender. Someone next to me, getting lower and lower and lower, girl. Ooh, it down for me. Oxytocin, felt skin to skin. Oxytocin's pure emotion. Oxytocin's life's measured in oxytocin's. Oxytocin's. Been waiting for your arms to wrap me tight. We reunite. Face the stress of long days in our beds tonight. By candlelight. And I won't let go. Give you control. Wanna show you how I feel because our love has just begun to flow. Oxytocin's, where have you been? Oxytocin's rich emotion. Oxytocin's dry spell broken. Oxytocin's. Time for the love making. Hearts channel the surreal as we share the unreal. Vibrate space, time, dilate pupils, vulnerable, visceral realms. Voice cuts the conscious control from vortex, orbital frontal. Images in utmost reflex to reflex. None of that ever happened. It was just a dream. You have to get up. You gotta go to work. It's time to do it all over again. Oh no. What should we do? We should take a leap. We should change something.
I wonder when I'll take the lead to quit this job and make a thousand feet. When days go past, but nothing lasts. Am I lost or am I human? Needing something in the contrast. Waiting to love what isn't known. When comfort zones are keeping us alone. If you're in deep, can't fall asleep. Take a chance and leave.
All right. I think we have time for, yeah, we have time for a couple more. Cool. How's everybody doing out there? Good? Nice. All right. Cool. I'm just in this own little zone. All I can see is white light like 90% of the time. So I don't know if people are like, I can't. Yeah. All right. I'm glad you guys are doing well. Cool. Let's see. Oh yeah. All right. We're gonna change it up a little bit one more time. I brought this whole instrument just for this one song. I just figured it would be nice to change something up in the set. And when I'm at home for the homecoming show of the tour, I have my instrument. So that's an added little bonus. We're gonna do a song in contrast to the, lament that we had earlier in the set. This will be another little acoustic endeavor. I'm gonna do everything like off the mic and stuff. And this is a song that I wrote also when I was in school, so about maybe five years ago. And it's a song about basically the opposite of lament. It's a song about people that make you feel at home, people that make you feel loved, trust. But I think it's also about like, I wrote this particular song with someone who I met before leaving school, and we were both going different places, and we didn't really have any sort of like potential to have anything grow into something else, but it was really just a short-term friendship that was like very vulnerable, and there was like a fundamental understanding of how cool that could be from the beginning. So it's about that feeling, someone that you can meet very suddenly and feel very comfortable with. And I'd like to, in the isolation of the pandemic, I think I had two events that were really like momentous for me that brought back feelings of why I wrote this song. The first I'd like to dedicate to the Inez family, who's out in the audience over here on the left. Give it up for the Inez family. In particular, Carly, the mother of this family, has been sort of like my mother in San Diego for me, because I don't have a lot of family out here. And Carly found me early on when I got to town. I teach both of her kids, Noah and Arya, who are awesome students. Very grateful for the family, and just having some of that sort of like unconditional energy out here was like huge for me. And they had me come play their house when it was like really bad with cases and stuff like that, and we could stay outside and stay distant. So it was an opportunity to perform, to keep me sane. They've sort of really like been there for me ever since I got to town. So shouts out to them. And then the second thing is the first time I played this show, or at least half of it, or a lot of it, this community here in town that goes by Duck Duck Roar, DDR. I think there's a little crew of them over there. Give it up for DDR. DDR! These guys throw awesome events. If you don't know them, check them out or talk to them after the show. They're a really cool group of people that I was playing this show, right? I've just been locked in my room making this whole thing, seeing if anyone would even like it. And I brought it to them in the garage that they have at one of their houses, and I played it for them, and people started singing to the lyrics and stuff. I was like, oh my gosh, this has never happened. What? That's crazy. So these guys also made me feel really welcomed and like I could be myself, and they're very great at that. So shouts out to DDR. This is a song called Elaine. I'm gonna need a second to set up my vibraphone, and maybe Michael, can we get the lights on? Actually, wait, no. Don't do the lights, because I planned something for this. All right. Let's see if I can see my instrument first off, and then we'll go from there. and on a good note, right? You know, we got the sadness at the piano earlier, soaking, and now we had that. This is good. It's a little warmth element, so it's nice. Okay. Also, I make all these visuals, so that's a pretty cool thing with the show, right? Yeah. Takes a while. So. All right. Here we go. This is the last song. It is also from the adulting realm. Before I play it, I have a couple people to thank briefly. I'd like to thank Leonard Padden, who, like many people, is rightfully seeing Pat Metheny right now at the Shell downtown, and I don't blame anyone for going to see Pat Metheny over this. That is totally fine. Pat Metheny is a genius. Are you sure it's okay? Yeah, no, it's good. But Leonard provided this space. I came in here actually when he first opened it, and I was like, that is a big flat wall with nothing on it. And then he told me the top was like this plywood, and I was like, okay, definitely. Yeah. So it's cool that this is manifesting like, I don't know, 4 months after the first time he opened it. So thank you, Leonard, for providing this space. And then thanks to Michael, who's been doing sound the whole night. Give it up for Michael! Sounds, lights, cello, videography. If you need anything, I think he's your guy. And then the last couple people to thank, I've thanked some new friends here, some old friends. I'd really like to thank a lot of my students for coming out and being here and supporting this. Like, without you guys, I would not have all the time to lock myself in my room and make this. And thanks to all of the students that really show up and put in the work, because that motivates me to go back to the drawing board with whatever I'm doing and improve my own musicality so that I can always be a better teacher for you guys. So shouts out to all my students, and thank you guys for your support. Give it up for my students. Okay, final song, and then we'll turn the lights on, and it cannot be as weird and awkward anymore. This song is called Redemption. It's about at the end of the day. It's about at the end of the day with your adulting experience after getting barraged by laundry and dirty dishes and your screen time and all of that. It's about realizing that the adulting experience is worth it because you go back and you get what is rightfully yours, which is autonomy over your own time and decision making. So, dang, sounds like someone needs some redemption over there. Okay. All right, so here we go. Redemption. Let's do it.
Giving up's overrated, fixated and frustrated. Giving up's overrated. Gotta back me to exit. Read my unread this instant. Get up and essence. Read this. Don't do what I do. Can't let me do it.
right, before we go back for it, we need to take a big, deep breath. So I need you to take a deep breath with me before we get redemption.
And now with a taste, redemption has you laced with a longing running circles round your mind. Only to return, thirsting for more with aching burns. Rebound and reveal what you can truly achieve and believe.
Thank you guys so much for coming out. Thank you again to the space. Thank you all for being here. Have a lovely rest of your Thursday evening. You can get sleep. It's not that late still, which is good, you know. Stick around, chat. I'm here. I'm going to mask up and be over there at the merch table. So buy a shirt if you're interested. And I love you all. Good night.